And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us, man. And we got a good matchup for you, man. We got the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Buffalo Bills. One is the defending Super Bowl champion, and another team has been one of the elite teams in the AFC for the last 5 years. And these two are about to go off here. Kickoff is going to be returned to the 2025-30, and there is a late flag here. And we'll see where this ball will be spotted. Of course, just before I started the stream, I ended up spilling my drink here. So once I have a little bit of a second here, I will need to get some towels. Luckily, it's mostly just water. But we got David Stegosaurus in the chat, my man. How you doing? Go Bills. All right. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. So it's going to be an illegal formation on the Eagles. So they'll actually moving on back a little bit. Just moving on back. Yeah, it looks like they had a late player get on the field here. That was Fred Johnson. All right, 1st and 10 here. It is a rainy, rainy day in Buffalo, New York. Hurts under center, play action, rolling out to his right, looking, throws it deep down the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Jahan Dotson. Hey, Dotson, it's Dotson. See, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And if you're a fan of Jurassic Park, you'll know where that reference is from. All right, Philadelphia, man, trying to get the ball down the field here, trying to pick up a big chunk on the first play. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 28. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking, running out of time, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. Yeah, I mean, dude, it is pouring out right now. Pouring. Woo. Well, the good news for the fans, they don't need to pay for they don't need to pay $6 for a bottle of water. They can just grab a cup and then just hold it out there for like 5 minutes. Full cup. Full cup. Might taste a little bit of that New York smog, but you know what? It's fine. It's free water. All right. 3rd and 10. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Pressure late to get there, and it's going to be caught by A.J. Brown for a gain of about 8 or 9 there. 8 or 9. All right, we got 4th and 2, and they're going to punt it away here for the Eagles. So a quick 3 and out. 3 passes to start out this game. Interesting. David, I want Hurts to throw 3 pick sixes. Me too, man. Me too. Because, you know, I don't think it'll help the Packers at this point, but it'll be fun. And the ball will be spotted deep in Buffalo territory here. So we're going to commercial because I got to clean up this mess here. Come on. Oh, the one time the NFL, I need the NFL to go to commercial break. The one time where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, make that extra money, man. You guys deserve it. You know, you're a small business still. And of course, they're like, no, Dave spilled something. We're gonna we're gonna go commercial free for the next 3.5 hours. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Bills. Ball at the 10. Allen under center, single back in the backfield. And it's a run up the gut there by James. Picking up about 3 yards, getting it down to the 13. Unfortunately, I spilled my drink, my caffeinated drink. It's like spilling gold. Yeah, I was trying to grab my headphones, and I have them over here, and I wasn't really looking. I was looking at my computer screen, and I just like a big, big dummy. And it's going to be a throw over the middle, and it's a first down catch by Dawson Knox, who has been coming on as of late, man. Especially with the injury to Dalton Kincaid. Dawson Knox, man, who was slowly starting to lose some snaps to some other players, man. He has come on in the last 3 weeks. Picks up a big first down over the middle, getting the ball down to the 28. Pick up a 15. First and 10, Josh in the shotgun, running back to his left. And it's going to be a nice little shake and bake move by James Cook. And that is going to be a gain of 10 before going out of bounds. First down, Buffalo. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's all over the ground, too. It's... Unbelievable. Yeah, and it's my fault. I was taking forever to drink it. Unbelievable. All right. We got first and 10 here. Josh looks, throws it underneath. Cook only picks up about 3 yards there. Blankenship with a nice tackle one-on-one with one of the best running backs in the NFL. Let's go, baby. We got 4 people watching right now, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please, if you get a chance, like, subscribe if you haven't. It helps out the video, helps out the channel a ton. It's a great free way to support me, man. Thank you. All right. Allen under center, single back in the backfield. Looking, throws it to Shakir on that left side, and he is going to pick up about another 3 yards, getting it down to the 44. Third down coming up for the Bills. Definitely needed some caffeine today. My goodness. My goodness. All right. Josh in the shotgun, running back to his right. 3 receivers on that right side as well. Got a little bit of time. Steps up in the pocket, nearly fumbles the ball, and is going to get sacked for a loss of 1 by Zach Bond. There is a flag on the field. This might be in the secondary, I think. It's going to be holding on to Philadelphia, so automatic first down. All right, first and 10, Josh in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched up on that right side. Fakes, gets the handoff to James Cooks, gets it across the 50, down to the 48 of Philadelphia. That was a pickup of about 5 yards there by Cook. $1,500 yards rushing, man. Number 1 in the NFL, man. All right, Josh in the shotgun, running back to his left. Single receiver on that left side as well. Josh looking Looking, throws it away, incomplete. Third down coming up. I could have sworn Cook got it further down the field than on that first down run, but apparently not. Apparently not. All right, Josh alone in the shotgun, 3 receivers on that right side. Pressure, and down he goes back at the 41. And that is, was that Hunt? Able to bring him down? Yeah, that was looks like Jackson Hunt, who has been over the last, I would say, 6 to 7 games, man, has been insanely valuable, man. Him and Jalen Phillips have probably just been able to completely change the way that they're able to rush the passer, man. They were struggling early in the season. But those two guys, the addition of obviously Phillips from Miami with the trade, and then just the development of Hunt has made this Philly pass rush a lot more dangerous. So, punt was fair caught, and they'll be deep in their own territory. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some towels, pick up my mess over here. Oh, it's all over the floor too. Come on. Do you guys want some? No, never mind. Never mind. Oh my gosh. I'm a mess today, man. I'm a mess today. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's look around the league. We got David and the Giants up 7-0 over the Raiders. Giants should win that one pretty handily. All right. So let's start from the top here. It's been a while, so we're actually going to start with the games from yesterday because I did not actually break those down at all. So Texans getting a big victory over the Chargers. The reason it is big because that eliminated the Indianapolis Colts from the playoff contention there. And that basically secured a playoff spot for the Texans. I don't think they're guaranteed the spot yet, but a lot closer, a lot less likely. But yeah, winning 20-16 over the Chargers. Obviously, the Ravens absolutely spanked the Packers in the fourth quarter there, winning 41-24 behind King Henry's 4 rushing touchdowns. Buccaneers losing to the Miami Dolphins 20-17. Patriots getting a 42-10 victory over their division rival New York Jets. The Steelers could not get it done over the Cleveland Browns, losing 6-13. Jags getting a massive victory, 23-17 over the Indianapolis Colts. And the Saints coming back from trailing for most of that game, winning 34-26 over the Tennessee Titans. And finally, the last 2 games, Seahawks winning 27-10 over the Panthers. That sets up a winner-take-all next week for the Panthers against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And finally, the Bengals 37-14 over over the Arizona Cardinals. And right now, Giants leading 7-0 over the Raiders, and that is it outside of this game. 1st and 10. Hurts in the shotgun, hands it off to Saquon Barkley. He picks up about 3 yards, getting it across the 15 down to the 16. Whew. How was that, guys? How was that speed run there? Terry Bradshaw, eat your heart out, brother. All right. 2nd and 7. Hurts in the shotgun. All right. We got looks like a 2 tight end set. Barkley motioning into the backfield now. Hands it off. Nice little shake and bake on the right side. Gets the first down. And we'll get it near the 25. Picking up about 9 on that one. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 24. Hurts under center. Single back in the backfield. And Barkley picking up about 1.5 yards there, getting it across the 25. So, first drive, Eagles going 3 and out on 3 passing plays. Here, 3 consecutive rushing plays have picked up some good yardage here. Picking up a first down and getting it down the field. So, there you go. Throw a pick. Come on, Hurts. Give the people what they want. All right. 2nd and 8. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 2 receivers stacked up on that right side. Brown motioning to the left. And tries to get it out to the tight end. That's going to be incomplete. Dallas Goedert unable to hold on to that one. Yeah, right now they're playing that raindrops keep falling on my head. And I can't hold on to this ball to save my breath. Sorry, I'm going to help myself. Hopefully somebody enjoyed that. All right, we got 3rd and 8 here. Hurts in the shotgun. He's got a single receiver on that left side. Hands it off to the running back, and he will get it down to the 30, picking up about half of what they needed, so setting up a 4th and 4. Yeah, dude, it looks freaking miserable out there, man. It's cold. It's raining. Whew. Yeah, I'm not expecting a whole lot of points unless it's like a big, giant run. I could see a couple big runs from these running backs, 2 of the best in the NFL. But I am not expecting, 350 yards from either quarterback. Not a great punt, but we'll get it somewhere around the 26. That's where Buffalo will take over. We got 5:56 left in the first. Still searching for our first pair of points. Sorry, I was just looking at some of the playoff implications here. All right, so So from the looks of it here, everybody except for the Steelers and the Ravens are either eliminated from the playoffs or have secured a playoff spot. So Broncos, Patriots, Jags, Bills, Texans, and Chargers have all secured their ticket to the dance. The only teams that have not are the Steelers and Ravens, and guess what? They play each other next week. Coincidence? I think not. But anyway, after that, the NFC is very in a similar boat. First, second, third seeds are basically all set, or at the very least, the Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, 49ers, Rams, and Packers have all secured their playoff spot. And the only two teams that have not are the teams at the top of the NFC South. And that is the Panthers and the Buccaneers, and they also will play each other next week. All right. So we're back here. First and 10, Josh under center. Fumbles the ball, falls on top of it, and it's going to lose about 6 yards back at the 20. Well, it's nice to know that I'm not the only one that's spilling things at this point. All right. Second and 16 after the bad snap there, or bad exchange on the snap. Allen, play action, looking, throws it deep down the field. He's got a man, and it's caught down to the 30, and that is woo-wee. Let's go, baby. And that is Brandin Cooks with a nice catch. Look at that, dude. A freaking seam ripper, man. Right down the middle. Able to beat Cooper DeJean there. All right, first and 10 at Philly's 30, man. And Cooks with a carry, and he picks up about 7 yards there down to the 23. Yeah, just a nice little post route there by Brandin Cooks. Oh, Jesus. And Josh took a freaking hit on that throw, too. All right, second and a long 3 here. Allen makes a man miss in the backfield, avoids a sack, and throws the ball. And I think the ball might be loose. Recovered by the Eagles. And they're saying it's a fumble recovered by Philadelphia. Wow. For now, they say. For now. So the ruling on the field is a fumble. All right, interesting. The ball didn't seem like he threw the ball. It seemed like it just slipped out as he was trying to get rid of it. Like he thought about throwing it away, but then he was like, "Oh, let me see if I can make a play," and the ball just squirted right out of his hand. So, interesting. Maybe we get 4 fumbles today. I mean, I feel like we're almost halfway there, man. Josh fumbled the snap there, able to recover it. This one, obviously called a fumble. We'll see whether it's confirmed or upheld. Yeah, man. It's gonna be one of those games where the ball is gonna be definitely a little bit more. It's gonna be bouncing. Let's just say that. Definitely gonna be bouncing around. And now, David, any plans for New Year's, my man? So they're keeping it a fumble. And once again, it was recovered by Campbell. Philadelphia gets the ball near midfield here. I think they're going to get it in Buffalo territory. Well, that was unexpected. All right. Philly, 1st and 10, ball at the 45 of the Bills here. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking, throws, gets it out quickly, and woo! And that was the rookie out of Kentucky, Hairston, coming in hot to bring down the receiver there after a gain of about 3. That was a hell of a tackle, man. Second and 6. Hurts in the shotgun. Play action. Looking, throwing it deep down the field, and he's got a man wide open, A.J. Brown, and they're going to be inside the 20. That was just a nice little deep crosser. A little bit of a push off there by A.J. Brown, but we'll see if they're consistent with the no call on that one. 1st and 10, ball at the 14. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. A.J. Brown alone to the right side. Gets it out to the tight end, and Calcaterra good for about 3 or 4. All right, 3 receiver set, 2 to the right. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley to his right. Quick throw to A.J. Brown's got a blocker, and he picks up about 6 of the 7 that they needed. So 3rd and 1. And, dude, that field is soaked right now. I think by the end of this game, the field might be like a little kiddie pool. It's going to be a run straight up the gut. Picks up the first down. 1st and goal inside the 5. Barkley with a nice pickup of about 3 or 4. Getting it down somewhere around the 2. All right, Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley to his left. Hand off to Barkley, not surprising. And he will pick up about half of what they needed. So right around the 1. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal. Barkley, sorry, Hurts under center here. Eagles in the eye, a little play action. Throws to the right, and a wide open Dallas Goedert Touchdown, Philadelphia, able to take advantage of the turnover by the Bills. All right. Elliott's kick is good. Able to tack on the extra point. And once again, Philadelphia able to take advantage of the Josh Allen fumble. And with 35 seconds left in the first, Philly on top, 7-0. Well, that's dumb. I agree, man. What the heck? Hmm. Not liking this. Not liking this so far. Yeah, but that was a weird freaking play there by Josh, man, or a bad mistake, or a weird mistake, I should say. But yeah, man. Hmm. Sorry, I had to change a few things here on my screen. Boom, there we go. So we're on a commercial break. We're not missing a thing right now. Dude, why is Tom wearing just one glove? And why does that glove look like something Darth Vader would be? It looks like a Darth Vader glove right there. I feel like he's about to go, just like choking me through the screen. All right. Ball is going to roll into the end zone and it'll be downed for a touchback. Dahlia, what's going on? Hey, hey, I get too warm in. All right. First and 10, ball at the 20. Josh under center here. Single back in the backfield. And gets the ball out quickly to the tight end. And woo! That is Dawson Knox, who was able to pick up like 2, maybe 3 yards there. But after taking a hit, slid out of bounds for what looked like almost like 12 yards. Just kept on sliding like a slip and slide. Final play of the first. We head to the second, man. See if the Bills can kind of hold on to the ball, man. The ball's been a little slick on them. Dahlia, I get too warm in one hand, so gotta let it air out, kind of like being in a blanket. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you gotta regulate the temp. I understand. I'll give Tom that. Might be one of the first human things I've ever seen him do. Man. All right, let's look around the league. Let's see at the other game. I should say there's only one game else going on here. So, with about 5:10 left in the second quarter, the Giants are up 14-3 over the Raiders. Raiders do have the ball at their own 32. Who's the starting quarterback right there? So Jackson Dart and Gino. Okay. All right, looks like we're back from the commercial break. Let's see if Josh and these Bills can get something going, dude. Turnovers were the story of that first quarter. So 2nd and 8, Josh in the shotgun, running back to his left, condensed formation, hands off to Cook, and he picks up about 5 yards there, setting up a 3rd and short. Third and 8, Josh keeping it himself, weaving his way through to the 35, to the 40, and finally taken down near the 44. First down, Buffalo. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Allen under center. Hands it off to Cook again, going to the left, and he is good near the 50 there. So pickup of about 6 yards. All right. 2nd and 4. Shotgun, running back to his right. Hands it off to Cook again. Picks up the first down across the 50 down to Philadelphia's 42. All right, man. I'm liking what they're doing with Cook right now. Oh. Penalty on the Bills. Holding there. That's the starting left tackle, Dawkins. Can't do that, man. Come on. Can't do that. All right, we got 12:49 here left in the second quarter. Clock is running. Josh looks back, looks down the field, over the middle, and that is going to be Joshua Palmer there picking up nearly the first down. And right now they're marking him right at the line of gain, so it'll be moving the chains. All right, 1st and 10. Josh under center, single back in the backfield, toss to the left. Cook makes a man miss in the backfield and is able to find some room to run. Picks up about 1 or 2 yards. All right, we got 2nd and 8. Ball at the 45 here. Josh takes the snap in the shotgun. Looking, throws it deep down the field. He's got a man, and it's going to be incomplete, trying to find Brandon Cooks. Let's see here. Cooks was expecting it on the inside. Josh throwing it to the sidelines. All right, we got 3rd and 8 here. Allen in the shotgun. Tries to quickly throw it and cannot deliver the ball down the field over the middle. Looks like he was trying to find his running back there to the right. Stepped up in the pocket, avoided the sack, and threw the ball over the middle, but goes in and out of the hands of, I believe that was Joshua Palmer. Yeah, just a free runner there. That was Zach Bond missing on the sack. Good coverage by Philly, though. And we're just waiting for Buffalo to punt this ball away here. All right, Wisnowski about to punt this one away. And the Bills, man, offensively, Starting slow, just like I said, and there's going to be a penalty on the Bills there. That's they're going to get Franklin for taking out the gunner. Sorry, not the gunner, the returner. Yeah, it looks like Franklin. Let me see here. Engaged in a block. Did he get tripped up into that? Yes, he did. Yeah, the guy that was blocking for Shipley put his legs out there to try to trip up Franklin. He did, and he runs right into the planted leg of Covey there. Covey was able to get off the field, but he is struggling to move after that. Yeah, at the very least, that should probably be offsetting penalties. That should be tripping on Brown, who was the blocker, and then obviously the penalty on Franklin there. So that should be offsetting penalties at worst. Just redo the down. Hmm. Yeah, penalties on both sides. Yeah, to me, like I like you can't take away the one from Franklin, even if he did get tripped into him, because I think that's still a nasty hit on Covey there. So I feel like it should be offsetting penalties. Just redo the down. Well, yeah, hopefully Covey is okay, man. Another injury on the Philadelphia side is Jalen Phillips. He went into the blue medical tent with a leg injury, it looks like. So yeah, man, that's a big hit if he is not able to come back into this game, man. He has been their arguably their best pass rusher literally since they got him. Like the defense significantly changed with him, especially um, getting pressure on quarterbacks. So so right now we're on a commercial break. We're not missing a thing. All right, we got first and 10 ball at the 23 here. Hurts under center, hands it off to Barkley, bouncing it to the left, breaks a couple tackles, and we'll pick up about 6 yards on the play. Second and 4, ball just around the 29 here. Hurts under center. Looks like there's a two tight end set. Single back in the backfield. Little play action. Looking down the field. Throws to the left side, and that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it out to, I believe that is The heck is that? Oh, Smith. Sorry, I could not see the number. But yeah, no, incomplete. Ball was just short of a diving Smith there. All right, we got 3rd and 4. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley to his left, and we got a timeout here by Philly. It's their first of the half. They stop the clock with 10:12 here left in the second quarter. And I should probably move the ball over here. Sorry about that. Boom, there we go. Let's go, baby. We got 4 people watching right now. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe, man. If you haven't, it helps out the video a ton. Helps get the video out into other people's eyes as well. And then on top of that, subscribing, man. It's the best way to support me on the channel, man, for free as well. So thank you. All right, we got 3rd and 4. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley to his left. A.J. Brown in motion there to the right side. And a wide open Smith there, able to get it down near the 40. First down, Philadelphia. Hands off to Barkley on the right side, and that's going to lose about 3 yards, actually. And oh no. Barkley is very slow to get up. He is able to kind of trot off the field there. All right, 2nd and 12 after the loss. Hurts under center. Single back in the backfield. Single receiver on that left side. And it looks like, I believe that's Tank Bigsby able to pick up the 2 or 3 yards that they lost on the previous play. All right, 3rd and 10 coming up for the Eagles here. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. A.J. Brown alone on that right side as well. A little bit of time, pressure, steps up in the pocket, avoids a sack, rolling to his right, delivers a throw, and it's caught by A.J. Brown, who has just been hot the last couple weeks, man. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the Bills 41. Hand off to, I believe that's Shipley, who will lose 2 yards back at the 43. All right, 2nd and 12. Hurts needs to get the ball out quickly, and he will throw it away after the pressure on that right side. Got 3rd and long coming up. All right, Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. It looks like Barkley is back on the field. Pressure, and somehow all the pass rushers take each other out. There's a flag. Before Hurts got taken out there on the sidelines. I think he's kind of playing it up just a little bit, but did take a little bit of a bump. We'll see if there's one flag or multiple on the play. Sirianni telling them they need to protect the quarterback. And it's going to be a holding penalty on the Bills. So basically, it would have been an automatic first down regardless, even if that run would have picked up nothing, basically. Yeah, they get Matt Milano there with a hold. Yeah, 3 guys had a chance at him, dude, and all of them take each other out. First and 10, ball at the 34. Hurts in the shotgun. Hands it off to Barkley, able to break a couple tackles, and somehow able to get something positive out of that one, even if it's a yard on the play. Dude, let's freaking go, man. We got 5 people watching right now, man. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully your weekend is going well. Happy New Year to you. And if you get a chance, please leave a like and subscribe. 2nd and 9, Hurts under center. Fakes the handoff, rolling off to his left, throwing it deep down the field. He's got a man. It's incomplete. A.J. Brown trying to hold on to that one, but some good coverage by the Bills. Woo. And that was A.J. fighting with Tre'Davious White, 2 players that have played in the league for a long time at a high freaking level, man. I think White might have gotten away with a little bit of a hold there. Definitely just a little bit. All right, we got 3rd and 9 here. Blitz, picked up, gets it out to the tight end, and he will be good for about 4, maybe 5 there. Still be well short on 4th down. I got to give it to Philly, man. They haven't looked pretty in this game like they have for most of the season, but they're eating up clock and they're getting in scoring position. All right. Jake Elliott trying to make this a 2-possession lead for Philadelphia here with a 47-yarder. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle, baby. With 5:03 left in the first half. Eagles on top, 10-0. And I mentioned it even in during the Indianapolis game. Bills are a team that starts out very slow. They are one of the worst teams at putting up points in the first half. And then they are one of the best, if not the best team at putting up points in the second half. And so, yeah, right now Philly just needs to add as many points as they possibly can because if Buffalo is able to do what they've done for most of the season, they're going to be putting up a lot of points in the second half. I'm talking about at least 21. So. All right. We are back from the commercial break here. Elliott about to kick this one off to the Bills. Let's see if they can get something going here before the half. Caught at the 6-yard line, return to the 15, to the 10, 1 T, 25, 30, and we'll get it down near the 32. All right, Josh in the shotgun, hands it off to Cook, and he is upended, fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Philly there. Wow, dude. Cook got hit low, basically got his legs taken out from under him. He landed basically on his head, and then the ball just comes out loose. Let me see here. Oh, no, elbow is down, so that's not going to be a fumble. All right. Poof. Second and 9 here. Oh. And Josh pressure. Down he goes. And that is going to be Jalen Carter able to bring him down. Holy freaking cow. Whew. Torrance, man, the right guard just got absolutely owned on that one. Josh never had a chance. Yeah, that's just an elite defensive tackle just blowing up a play. Third and 19. Finds Shakir underneath, but he is going to be well short. Gain of maybe 6 or 7 there. Blankenship with a nasty freaking tackle. Philly playing with a lot of confidence right now. And Wisnowski punting this one away. It's not going to be a great one. It'll be caught at around the 22, returned to the 25, and taken down finally at the 29. Covey coming back here, looking healthy. That left leg is looking solid. We got 2:49 left, and Philly has 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, so they don't really have to do a whole lot of. They can basically run their offense like normal at this point. All right, we're back here, man. Philly with the ball at their own 29. Once again, 2 timeouts, 2-minute warning. Can basically run this offense how they like. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot down the field here on first or second down. All right, Philly in the eye, hands it off to Barkley, bouncing it to the right side, gets through a couple blockers, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards there. Dude, Saquon is he's beginning to pick up the pace here. The rain has definitely slowed down quite a bit. Second and 1. 2:15 on the clock. Clock is running. Hurts in the shotgun. Trying to squeeze a play out before the 2-minute warning. Saquon with a run. He's to the 40, to the 45, across the 50, and down near the 46 of Buffalo. A massive, massive run up the gut. First down in Buffalo territory. 2-minute warning hits. 158. Damn. Whew. Yeah, so right now, Terrell Bernard, the starting middle linebacker for the Bills, he was out to start this drive. Shaq Thompson was in place for him. Um, Bernard really good in coverage. Can be a very physical tackler as well. Shaq Thompson is not as spry in coverage. He's definitely more of a guy that you want kind of in those first 7 yards. But we'll see if Bernard comes back into this game. 1st and 10. Hurts in the shotgun, shifting over to the pistol. Two receivers to the left there. Hand off to Barkley again, and this time, it looked like it was only going to be a gain of 1 or 2. Ends up picking up about 4, maybe 5 there. It looks like James Cook went into the blue tent for a little bit. He's out of it now with a helmet on. Can't tell if he looks sad or bored. 2nd and 6. Pressure, and Hurts somehow able to find a wide open A.J. Brown for a first down, gain of about 9 on the throw to the right sideline. Pressure in his face, and once again, that ball just kind of floated up there. I think he ended up hitting his arm on somebody's helmet. All right, 1st and 10. They're at Buffalo's 34. Little orbit motion there. Gets it out to number 37. He is good for a gain of about 5 yards there, but down to the 29. That was Tank Bigsby with a nice little catch and run there on the left side. 60 seconds. Clock is running. Hurts in the shotgun. Running back to his right. Tight end in the slot there to the left. Finds Devonta Smith. Breaks a tackle to the 20, to the 15, and down he goes. Clock is going to continue to run. 45 seconds left. They don't need to rush. Yeah, not until this clock gets around 25 seconds do they need to start using those timeouts. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looks, throws, underneath, and Bigsby stays inbounds, loses his footing for a bit, picks up only 2, and the clock will be stopped at the 23-second mark. Probably the worst thing that Bigsby could have done there. I think he had a chance to get to the sidelines. I know he was trying to pick up some yardage, but the time is a little bit more valuable as well as that time out. All right, we got a 5 receiver set here for the Eagles. 3 to the right side, A.J. Brown in the slot to the left, and Buffalo is going to use their first timeout of the half. This game is not playing out the way I hoped it would. No, absolutely not. Even after the rain has kind of basically stopped, you would think at some point Buffalo would have been able to find some traction at least, but it's not been the case. No, I agree with you, David. I wasn't expecting like a true like shootout. I wasn't expecting like 40 points. In the first half. Neither of these offenses have been great in the first half, But I was definitely expecting Buffalo to put up a little bit more than 0. All right, we got 2nd and 8 here. Hurts, once again, in the shotgun alone. Throws to the right side, and that's going to be incomplete. 18 seconds left. 2nd and 8. Sorry, 3rd and 8. All right, Hurts alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunched up on the right. A.J. Brown alone to the left. Gets it out to Dallas Goedert, and he is going to be good for about 3 yards. Looks like they were trying to strip him of the ball, but they're saying he is down by contact. Buffalo using a timeout here. All right, Elliott for this 28-yarder, trying to make it a 2-touchdown lead. Kick is up, and it is good. 8 seconds left. All right, kick is away. He's going to go into the end zone, deep into the end zone, and they're going to take it out. Does not work out for him. Got just to the 25, it looks like. 3 seconds left. Oh, we got to fight. We got to fight. We got a flag, too. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It looks like they're trying to parse this stuff out. See who got a flag. Is it one team? Is it both teams? What's going on? All right, so they got one for Buffalo, and then there's another one for the Eagles, so that'll be offsetting penalties. And looks like Josh is just going to take a knee. We're going to head to halftime with the Eagles shutting out the Bills so far. So yeah, another great play, first half there for Buffalo. Some tough turnovers, ineffective offense, and then their defense doing a pretty decent job. They've only given up one touchdown here. Otherwise, they've held the Eagles to just a pair of field goals, especially in the red zone or in that area, actually. So, all right, let me. All right. So, quickly, we'll talk about these teams offensively. So, looking kind of similar to what their stats are coming into this game. So, starting at the top here on the left side, Philadelphia coming in as the 23rd ranked passing offense. Seems like they're trying to challenge the Bills quite a bit here. So, but yeah, averaging less than 200 yards, something to look out for. Still not doing great again in the run, about middle of the pack, but Barkley's been able to get some big chunks here. The next stat, turnovers, not too bad, not too bad. Uh, that number has gone up a little bit, but so far the last 2 weeks they've been able to take care of the ball. 40 touchdowns offensively, good for ninth, and then finally they've been able to score on nearly 36% of their offensive drives, which is only 24th in the NFL. So not very efficient. Not too surprising, especially if you've been watching some of the Eagles games throughout this season, which we have done quite a bit on the channel. Right over here for the Bills, putting up a little over 110 through the air, and then the most important stat for them right now, putting up 159 yards on the ground. That is the best mark in the NFL coming into this week. And then when it comes to turnovers, 18 turnovers, definitely a little bit better, a little bit worse, sorry, than the Eagles, about middle of the pack. And then, but they're been able to offset that with the second best scoring offense in the NFL coming into this week with 52 offensive touchdowns. Obviously, they have not been able to score anything here today. We'll see if that changes. I mentioned it before. They are one of the worst teams at putting up points in the first half, but they are the best offense at putting up points in the second half. We'll see if they can continue that trend today. And then finally, scoring on 46% of their offensive drives this season, which is nearly 10% better than the Philadelphia Eagles. So, once again, some Bill fans are hoping that Josh and this team can get back to doing what they're doing best, which is running the ball, using the passing game when they need to, and maybe Josh is able to make some plays with his legs and get into the end zone more than a couple times here in the second half. Ooh. Sorry, just looking at some highlights here, but let's actually look at the other game that is going on right now with the Giants. See if they have been able to take care of the lead that they've been able to build. So that game, 10:45 in the third quarter, and the Giants are up 17-3. So the Giants team, especially this season, they have been leading, you know, relatively, two possessions, sometimes even three possessions late in games, and unfortunately, their biggest issue has been able to hold on to those leads, and that's pretty common for a young team. I remember when Rodgers was taking over for the Packers, first couple seasons, they had leads late in games, whether it was by 3 or by 13 plus or whatever. They usually were not able to kind of hold on to those leads. That's kind of usually the rite of passage for young teams, man. They need to learn how to get a lead and hold on to it. The most important part. So we'll see if they can do that against one of the worst teams in the NFL in the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh man. All right, party people. Is there anything that's popping off to you in this game outside of the lack of points for the Bills? Because to me, right now, the Eagles have shown nothing to indicate that they're going to lose this game. Man, they've been able to find some big chunks in the passing game, especially with AJ Brown, who is playing pretty darn well. And then on top of that, Saquon with some timely big runs, especially on third down. Yeah, right now, Jalen, 13 for 20, 110 through the air, one touchdown, no picks. Saquon, 11 for 51 yards, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 68 yards. Dallas Goedert, 3 for 8, but does have the one touchdown. And finally, Devonta Smith, 2 for 25. And then you got Jalen Hunt as well as Jalen Phillips able to pick up a couple sacks there. Jalen Carter, Jesus, a lot of Jalen's on this team. But yeah, 3 sacks for the Eagles defensively. Man, they're looking good. Fumble recovery by Phillips as well. Sorry, forced fumble, and then Jihad Campbell picked up the fumble there. Josh just 7 for 10. The fact that they only threw the ball 10 times is astounding to me, man. It's got 90 yards through the air, no touchdown, no picks. It's been sacked 3 times. James Cook 9 for 39 on that one, averaging a little over 4 yards per carry. Brandon Cooks with the biggest catch of the day, 1 for 50 yards. That was the one that kind of was getting them in field goal range, but then Josh Allen unable to hold on to the ball as he was trying to avoid a sack, ended up fumbling, and then Jihad Campbell able to recover it. Outside of that, Dawson Knox 2 for 17 and Josh Palmer 1 for 12. Everybody else with 2 catches or less for less than 8 yards. Nothing to really separate them. Third down efficiency, Eagles 3 for 8, Bills 1 for 4. Eagles have been able to run 11 more plays. Penalties are relatively the same. Bills have just 20 more yards. And then time of possession, literally just a minute or 2 minutes separating them at this point. So for the Bills, man, I think I mentioned it before. The thing that they need to get back to in the second half is running the ball, committing to the run, because right now their pass blocking has been horrendous, dude. Absolutely horrendous against this really freaking good Bills Eagles front seven. Jalen Carter just destroying the middle of the field, and then Jalen Carter along with Hunt on the edges have been able to get Josh on the ground a couple times, and also just putting a lot of pressure, man, keeping him inside now, allowing him to really roll out of the pocket by time, which he usually is able to do. And like I said, usually when he can't go to the outside, he usually tries to step up and get some extra yardage. But Carter just doing a heck of a job of being able to eat up as much space over the middle as possible. Um, Eagles have a good secondary, even though they're dealing with some injuries. But when they have like Blankenship, when they have Dejan Cooper DeJean, as well as Mitchell, who I think is not playing this game. But when you have guys like that in the secondary, man, you're gonna have some tight coverage on a good chunk of your plays. So, David, the Bills just need to pick off Hurts and return it for a touchdown. I'm not asking for Christmas miracles like walking on water or pulling presents out of a bag. Just a pick six. You know what, man? You are right. And the fact that they haven't given us, they're a Christmas Grinch. That's what the Bills are right now. You know, they got to change their colors from blue to red to green and red, right? But yeah, man, it's been really weird, man. I've seen this out of the Bills a couple times this season where they just struggle to move the ball, man, and they can't seem to find like a healthy medium between running the ball and passing. It just seems like they need to flip it basically, and they've been balanced. That's the thing, and it just really hasn't been complementary. I feel like they need to be running the ball more than they have, and being able to get the ball out. And I feel like you gotta attack the middle of the field a little bit more. But yeah, it's been weird, and I think not having Kincaid healthy has been affecting this offense a little bit, especially today when they really need to have maybe a little bit more of a two tight end set to kind of offset the physicalness of Philadelphia. At least that way you can kind of have one of those tight ends kind of be delayed when going into their route. Adding a little bit of a chip to either slow down Phillips or Hunt, and then they can go out into a little bit of like a flat route or a little bit of a short route. But I don't know. Eagles, they're doing okay, man. Like I don't think they need to really change what they're doing. I think the defense is great. Obviously, they're 0 points given up and causing a couple turnovers. They probably need to run the ball a little bit more. Try to see if they can get Barkley and Tank Bigsby going in the second half. I think they're looking pretty good. And I don't know. To me, Hurts, especially, he's been able to avoid some of the pressure, but he's gotten close a couple times where they've been able to get a hit on him, and he's been able to get the ball out just in time. So maybe run the ball a little bit more, eat some of this clock, get more of the possession, and see if you can wear down this Buffalo defense heading into the fourth. All right, baby. All right. Third quarter about to get underway here. Ooh. Ba-da-ba-ba. All right, Bills get the ball inside their own five, returning it to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 35, and taken down somewhere around the 40. That is Gabe Davis, I believe, with a nice return. And then there's a late flag, and I think they might be getting Davis for taunting or unsportsmanlike conduct because he was talking some trash on the Eagles sidelines there. But we'll see. We'll see what the flag is. Oh, they're gonna get holding on the Bills. Hmm. All right. Josh in the shotgun, running back to his left. Throws to the right side, gets it out to Shakir, who will pick up about 6 yards there. All right, 2nd and 3. Allen under center. Single back in the backfield. Hands it off to Cook, and he will pick up 2 out of the 3 there. So 3rd and 1, coming out ball at the 29. And fakes the handoff, and he tries to throw it to Shakir, who drops it. Wow, dude. Yeah, one of the more reliable receivers for the Bills, man. Unable to handle a pass. Goes right through his hands, dude. What the heck? So it's going to be a quick 3-and-out for the Bills here, man. They're going to punt on 4th and 1. All right. Eagles are going to use a timeout here. Punt is away. It'll be fair caught right around the 22. See here. It is cold outside. It is cold outside. Yes, it is, man. 100%. Yeah, today, let's see, what's the temp here in Wisconsin? Today it is 37 degrees, but it feels like 26 because of the wind chill. So it is 26 degrees. It's the only thing that matters. Yeah, man, and especially in Buffalo, man, it is raining and cold too, man. It's yeah, definitely it's something you don't want to be in unless you're maybe having a few either hot chocolates or maybe even a few brewskis, just to kind of numb you up a little bit, maybe. All right, we're back here. First and 10, ball at the 22, actually, sorry. 22. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. And Barkley picking up some good yardage there, picking up, it looks like about 5 yards down to the 27. And Saquon able to sidestep a couple tacklers and picks up the first down. Gain of nearly 10 yards on 2nd and 5. Also, it's a borderline travesty that Barkley did not win MVP last year. To be honest with you, I know Josh had a great year, but to be honest with you, should have gone to Barkley. First and 10. Hurts trying to buy some time, rolling out to his right, and he's nearly intercepted by Matt Milano. Woo. All right, we got 2nd and 10 here. Ball at the 37. Hurts under center. Barkley in the backfield. A.J. Brown alone to the left. Hands it off to Barkley. Makes a couple guys miss in the backfield, but is still going to lose about 3 yards on the play. That was Shaq Thompson leading the way there. I like that. Yeah, but Barkley is on the Eagles, so sorry. Imagine if they said that. They're like, well, we were gonna give it to Saquon, but since he's on the stinky Eagles, we're gonna have to go with our second choice. So Josh, get up here. Get up here, Josh. You win by default. 3rd and 12. Hurts able to avoid a sack, trying to find some room, and we'll just throw it away. A lot of pressure there, man. I like it. Buffalo. And it looks like Johnson, one of the offensive linemen there on the left side. I think he got just blown up there. Not handling pretty well there, getting kind of just thrown to the ground. Not happy about it. Not happy about it, but it's football. Punt is away, and it's going to be rolling, 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 rolling. Oh, wow, man. Downed basically right at the 1. That is a heck of a punt by man. Ooh. Well, we'll see. If he touched it, he was already in the end zone. His hand was in the end zone. Did he touch the ball? Oh, actually, no. Sorry. The guy that downed it stepped on the line. So that is actually going to be probably going to the 20 instead of inside, right at the 1. Haha, his foot was over the line. Come on, man. These guys have to know. Come on. Yeah, that was one of those decisions where you gotta make a like you have to know that somebody is behind you. Come on. It's like if you can't touch it inbounds, just leave it to your teammate. They'll down it. Next person to leave a comment in the chat gets a shout out from Dave. Ooh, let's go. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Ball at the 20. Allen under center, single back in the backfield. Hands it off to Cook. He's got some room, makes a man miss to the 25, and I get it down near the 30. Might be a first down there for the Bills. Run the ball with Cook. Come on, man. Move the football. Oh, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Man. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. Or should I move it here? Oh. Gets it out to, I believe that is Ty Johnson. He's going to pick up the first down, gain of about 12. That's actually Gabe Davis. All right, man. The rain is beginning to pick up again. It's looking like it was in the first half. That works too. All right. Shout out David Stegosaurus. Leaving a comment. I appreciate you. First and 10 here. Ball at the 42. Josh under center. And Cook straight up the gut. Picks up a yard on the play. All right, man. We got 9:05 here left in the third. Bills are still searching for their first set of points. All right. Allen in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got two receivers split out to the left. Pressure. Gets it out, and that's going to be incomplete. Yeah, it seems like Josh is struggling to pick up these blitzes, man, pre-snap. All right, Philly showing pressure here. They got about 6 guys on the line. 2 seconds left. 3rd and 9. Late blitz. Gets it out quickly, and there it is. Boom. First down. Dawson Knox picking up 10 on the right side. All right, we got a 5 receiver set, 2 to the right. Ball at the 47 of Philly here. Looking, pressure, down goes Josh back at the 44, and he is holding that right leg. See if he pops back up. Looks like he does. That was a little scary there for a second there because he was. So he was actually holding that right ankle, not the knee part. I thought he was holding on to his knee. I was like, ooh, that's not good. 2nd and 18. Ball at the 45. Josh under center. Deep drop back. Gets it out to his running back, Johnson, and he is good for about 3 yards. And right now, Josh coming up with a noticeable limp. So we got 3rd and 15. Come on. All right, Allen in the shotgun there. 3 receivers to his left. Pressure by Philly, and is not going to be able to find anybody there. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Yeah, right now, man, Philadelphia just absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage. And it'll be fair car right around the 16-yard line. And Philly has an opportunity here, man. We got 6:28 left in the 3rd quarter. They got a good chance to be able to kind of, I don't want to say put the game away, but begin to kind of turn this into more of a blowout situation. Because Buffalo has shown very little, man, in this second half. right now for the Giants and Raiders. 13:29 left in that game, and the Giants on top, 27-10. So, 3 possession lead for the Giants. Man, they're looking good. Looking good. Will the talks be that even without Chiefs in the way? Bills still can't get to Super Bowl. The Bills aren't looking great today. Yeah, man, it's weird, man. You can tell that there's been very few teams this season that I think you can have a lot of confidence in. Like Jacksonville struggling to beat the Colts, a team that is, I mean, they're on a 6-game slide, and to be fair to Jacksonville, they did beat them at the very least. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like Philly, like we've seen the offensive struggles that they've had. Their defense has been solid for most of the season. Yeah, I don't know. It's the Bills. I think anybody that was using the excuse of the Chiefs, the reason the Bills couldn't make it to the Super Bowl, I think that to me that's a little bit of a cop out. I think the Bills had done a little bit of a decent job of beating themselves at times during the playoffs, playing some really bad football, some bad turnovers. Um, I think the only time that you could legitimately say it, like, oh, the Bills were ready for the Super Bowl was that time where there's like 3 touchdowns in the span of like 60 seconds, in between those two. Um, so yeah, man, I don't know. I think if the Bills do not if they don't win a playoff game, or at least get to the make an appearance, then you're gonna start really looking at Sean McDermott as a head coach. I think to me that's a little bit too much, but I know people will accuse him of being the reason. And Hurts throws to the right and incomplete. I believe that was Benford able to bat that one away. Also, isn't Captain M a Bills fan? Yes, man. Yeah, Captain. Yeah. He's a big Bills fan. At least he talks about the Bills. I don't know. I feel like he's pretty sure. I'd be surprised if he isn't. All right, we got 2nd and 10 here. Hurts alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers on that right side. Looks, throws, and it's going to be caught by Devonta Smith, but he landed very, very awkwardly on that right leg. Let's see here. He was able to hold on to the ball, so that's a first down catch, but oof. Yeah, he's holding on to that left side there. All right, we got 6:04 here. The clock is stopped right now. I'm just trying to. They might be looking at this if this was a catch. It's close. I'm not certain the ground didn't help with it. There's definitely movement when the ball hits the ground. Yeah, like what they've always said, the ball can hit the ground. There can be movement, but is there a sign of a loss of possession? I think the reverse angle that they showed on the first replay, not the front view, the back view, I think that will tell you a little bit more because it feels like if there is movement, it's on the side that was closest to his body. Yeah, because from what they showed, there was movement, but there wasn't really enough for me to be like, yeah, that's definitive proof. Because the play, the call on the field is a catch. But we'll see. We'll see. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And it looks like it's going to be reversed on the field, man. It's going to be an incomplete pass. So it'll be 3rd and 10. Buffalo catching a little bit of a break there. It was a nice challenge. All right, 3rd and 10. All right, play is blown dead before the snap. We got 6:20 here. So the reason they blew it dead is Smith had to leave the field because apparently he was injured on the previous play. So all right, Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left, ball at the 16. AJ Brown in motion. And Hurts runs himself into pressure, and we'll have to throw it away. Incomplete, 4th and 10 coming up. Yeah, I was trying to roll off to the right there. They sent a delayed blitzer there to basically just kind of bring him down, force him to kind of get that ball out a lot quicker than he wanted to. All right, man. So far through this third quarter, neither offense really trying to seeming to be able to make a breakthrough here. So Shakir with a decent return picks up about 6 or 7 there on the punt before going out of bounds. right, man. Midway through the fourth quarter there, the Giants still up 17 points with the ball at the Raiders 35, facing a 3rd and 9. So things are looking good right now for the Giants, man. If they can come away with, heck, even just a field goal here, man, making it a 3-touchdown lead for them. All right, so we're on a commercial break. We're not missing a thing here. We got 6:03 left in the third here. See if the Bills can get something going, dude. Come on. Like they got to start making this game a little bit closer, man. Otherwise, they're just gonna start. I mean, pretty soon time will become a massive factor. Because I don't think the Eagles are gonna be just scoring 13 points. They're gonna find some way to get some more points. So, all right, 1st and 10. Josh under center, single back in the backfield. Hands it off to Cook, and he gets stacked up for no gain on the play. Yeah, if you look at the Bills' offensive line, no movement on during running games, the running plays, and then during pass pro. Man, they're just getting pushed back. You know, it's not just like 1 or 2 yards; they're getting pushed back 3, 4, 5 yards. 2nd and 10, ball at 32. Josh in the shotgun, running back to his right. And Josh looking, has a little bit of time, and incomplete. Good coverage by the Eagles, trying to get it out to Cook. I think it might have hit him in the hands, but no good. David, I still think the Eagles should throw a pick six. Me too. Because I don't think the Bills are capable of scoring points themselves right now. Not the way they've been playing. And once again, I don't want to take anything away from this Philly defense, man. They've played well today, and they've been pretty solid for most of the season. 3rd and 10. Josh throws it deep to the right, and it's going to be incomplete. Joshua Palmer could not handle the pass, but then they're going to throw a late flag on the Eagles. And I was actually wrong. Mitchell is healthy enough to play in this game. He's the one that got caught for the defensive PI there. Yeah. I think he did. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, the right hand doesn't seem like it was grabbing at anything, but that left hand was well under the collar there, under the pads. So 1st and 10, ball all the way to Philly's 42. And they run up the gut, and that'll get it down near the 45. David, it's Giants 27, Raiders 10. Yep. Did the Giants have to punt the ball? Oh no, they have that. The Raiders 11 right now with 6:20 left. They're marching, dude. Marching. All right. 2nd and 7 after the run up the middle here. Josh in the shotgun, running back to his right. Philly showing pressure. They have 7 guys inside 4 yards. Josh trying to find some time and throws it down the field, and it's caught by Shivers. inside the 10, down near the 7 in tight coverage. Josh said, forget about it, man. Let me just chuck something down the field and see if it works. Oh, did he hold on to it, though? Mitchell was definitely fighting. The ball ever hit the ground? It might have. Quick throw, and it's nearly picked off. Jesus, Josh. All right, well, Eagles weren't able to get the challenge out in time. I think they might have had a decent case for an incomplete pass, but all right, it'll be 2nd and goal for the Bills here. All right, Josh in the shotgun. Little motion by the receivers, has some time, finds somebody underneath, and Shakir getting it down near the 2.5-yard line. I think if Josh may have given him a little bit of a better ball, I think Shakir catches it in stride and might have a chance at that front pylon. Yeah, Shakir kind of had to slow down and kind of turn to get that one. It's a little bit behind him. All right. 3rd and goal, just shy of the 2. Handoff, Cooks, unable to get anything on that one. 4th down coming up. Normally, I'm like, you take the points, but unfortunately, that still makes it a 2-possession lead. And I was like, you gotta come away with something here. This is the one of the few times where I'm like, yeah, 100% go for it. You're at the 2-yard line. You've struggled to be able to get anywhere near the red zone for most of the game. There you go. Josh trying to buy some time. Steps up in the pocket. Delivers. No. And he's going to run, and he's going to come up short of the line, the goal line. Oh, man. Turnover on downs inside the 1. I kind of want to see if he had options to throw, man. Yep. Wow. Okay, hear me out. Safety. Honestly, it might be the best chance the Bills have at coming in back into this one right now. He had a wow, oh my gosh. He had a wide open receiver there. I think Shakir was wide freaking open. All right, Eagles doing the brotherly shove here, just trying to get some room. And they get about a yard, maybe 2 on that one. Sorry, let me move the ball over here. Wham, wham. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Josh had had at least 2 or 3 options. 2nd and 8. All right. Hurts under center, hands it off to Barkley, who gets it down near the 4. So another gain of 2. Oh, I forgot to mention that was Zach Bond who brought down Josh short of the goal line. Former Wisconsin Badger, baby. All right, 3rd and 6. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his left. Pressure, gets away from a sack, and he will slide, actually, short of the line of scrimmage. It's a good play by the Bills there. Able to hold the Eagles to a quick 3-and-out. Punt is away. Letting it bounce, catching it around the 47, and goes out of bounds near the 41 is Khalil Shakir, 41 of Philadelphia. 4 seconds left in this third quarter. So, unfortunately, David, they did not get that safety, but quick 3-and-out. Got the ball inside your opponent's territory for the next offensive drive. 1st and 10. Quick throw. Gets it out to, I believe that's Dawson Knox, who picks up about 2. Final play of the third. We head to the 4th. All right. Speaking of the 4th, the Giants were able to score a touchdown on that previous offensive drive. So with 3:40 left in that game, they are up big over the Raiders, 34-10. So yeah, it looks like the Giants are about to get their 3rd victory of the season. They'll probably jump up to 3-13, and for the Raiders, they are very much playing for that number 1 overall pick, and probably going to be dropping down to 2-14 with 1 game left this season. Ooh. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious. Who has the worst freaking record in the NFL right now? Raiders 2-13. The Browns won a game, so they're 4-12. Jets are 3-13. Titans are 3-13. Giants actually getting a win actually probably catapults them above the Raiders here, so they'll jump up to 3-13, and that's about it, man. The Cardinals are kind of competing for that number 1 seed as well. They're on an 8-game slide after being pretty competitive for most of the season. Yeah, the Cardinals are the only team in the NFC West without at least 11 wins, which is wild. All right, we're back here. 2nd and 8. Josh in the shotgun, running back to his left. Looks, dumps it underneath to Johnson. He's got some room to the 35 and gets it across the 30. First down, Buffalo down to the 29, it looks like. All right, 1st and 10. Josh under center, single back in the backfield. Nice, get it. Cooks picks up about 3 there. Second and 8. Josh in the shotgun, running back to his right. Little play action, a lot of pressure, and he nearly able to get it out to Cook there, man. About a step shy of that ball, man. Otherwise, he catches it in stride. Yeah, it looks like Josh needs to throw a little extra air under it, kind of towards the sidelines. 3rd and 8. Allen looking, stepping up, rolling to his right, and is going to be brought down for a sack back at the 48. And Josh is not happy, to say the least. Yeah, dude, the coverage was great. And the punt goes into the end zone. Touchback. So we got 12:48 left in this game, and the Bills are still trying to find some points. All right, looking over the Giants game right now with 1:43 left. The Raiders are on 4th and 16. Likely going to either punt it or go for it, whichever. Doesn't really matter at this point. Definitely not enough time to score 24 points. And Geno Smith, 20 for 28, 176, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So kind of adding to his already NFL leading interception rate. Jackson Dart, 22 of 30, 207 through the air. No touchdowns, no picks for Jackson Dart. Wan'Dale Robinson, 11 catches for 113. And Devin Singletary, 4 for 25. Darius Slayton, 2 for 36. And then Tyrone Tracy leading the way on the ground with 14 carries for 62 yards. Jackson Dart not far behind him, 6 carries, 50 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns for the rookie quarterback. And then Devin Singletary, 8 for 45 and a touchdown as well. Ashton Genty struggling on the ground, 16 for 60, 3.8 yards per carry, and nearly half of them came on one carry, 24 yards. So after that, it was just 15. Let me see here. I'm trying to do the math. 36 yards on 15 carries, man. So even worse of an average. All right. First and 10. Hurts in the shotgun. Barkley to his left. Gets the handoff. And able to sidestep a tackler right at the goal line. Sorry, right at the line. Picks up 3 yards. Eagles, man, just eating away at the clock here. All right. So later on tonight, we will be doing Sunday Night Football. It will be Chicago versus San Francisco. Hopefully, that game is a little bit more eventful than this one. Two really good quarterbacks, some decent offense from both of those teams in the last couple of weeks, and some pretty decent football defensively. Chicago obviously leads the NFL in turnovers, and San Francisco stingy as all heck. So, so yeah, that game will be starting up in about an hour and change here. So around 7:15, 7:20. Run up the middle there. Does not get a whole lot. Picks up about a yard there for the Eagles. So make sure you tune in for that one there. All right, man. We got 3rd and 6 here, man. Honestly, Buffalo's defense probably needs to get a turnover to give Buffalo's offense a little bit of a boost. Hurts has time, running out of it, gets out of a sack, rolls to his right, probably just going to throw it down the field, and incomplete, out of bounds. All right, man. Buffalo's defense been able to hold up here in the second half, haven't given up really any points, actually. And the Giants, that game is over. They win 34-10 over the Raiders. Raiders are probably going to be in line for a top 2 pick at this point. Man's punt is nearly freaking blocked. Caught inside the 20, returned to the 25, to the 30, 35, keeps going to the 40, and out of bounds near the 45. Shakir with an incredible freaking return, picking up about 27 yards. All right, man, we got a little over 11 minutes left in the game. Still just a 2-possession lead for the Eagles, 2-touchdown lead. Yeah, the Eagles' offense in the second half, 19 total yards of offense. Yeah, after the game today, at this point, Jalen Hunt, 4.5 sacks in the last 4 games for the Eagles. Man, like I said, he's been pretty lights out the last month or so. Josh throws to the right and with some soft coverage, able to get very close to a first down. I think they're going to be about a half a yard shy. And that was to the veteran receiver Brandin Cooks. Well traveled is Brandon. He's been on I think 5 or 6 teams throughout his career. He's been traded quite often. I think he was with the Saints. Got traded to the Patriots. Then he played there. Then he got traded to the Rams. Then he got traded I think maybe back to the Patriots or something like that. Run up the gut. Picks up about 4 or 5 there. First down for the Bills. And Gabe Davis coming up with a little bit of a limp. Obviously, it looks like he's favoring that right leg. Oh, got folded up, man. Jeez. All right, 1st and 10. Josh looking, throws to the right, gets it out to Shakir, and he is going to pick up about 3 yards before going out of bounds. Second and 7, ball at the 39. 3 receivers bunched up on the left. Hands it off to Cook. Gets a couple good yards there, man. Picking up actually 6 on 2nd and 7. All right, Josh under center. Another handoff to Cook, and he is good for about 2 yards, picking up the first. Clock is at 8:25, and it is rolling. Toss to the left. Ty Johnson trying to find some room, and he does. Picks up about 6 before going out of bounds. All right, we're reaching the midway point here of the fourth. Josh under center. Toss to the right. Johnson trying to find something and is going to get a yard on the toss. This one to the right side. All right, we got 3rd and 5 here. Josh dropping back, throws to the left, gets it out to Shakir, and he's going to fight his way all the way down to the 11. Not satisfied with just picking up the first down, able to pick up an extra 6 or 7 by just basically ramming his face into the defender. All right, 1st and 10. Allen hands it off up the gut, and Ty Johnson getting it down inside the 5, picking up 9 to the 2. And we have an injured Bills player down on the ground. It looks like one of the tackles there might be Brown. Well, it looks like you got a fist to the throat there. Sorry, I should say a hand. It wasn't a fist. It was more like a palm. But whew. So it looks like Ryan Vandemark is going to be coming in for Brown for at least this one play. So even though it looks like it was like a throat thing, it looks like he's favoring his left eye there. Oh, there it is. Yep. The initial contact by Jalen Carter getting literally a thumb to the eye there. That makes sense. 2nd and 1. Josh hands it off, running to the left, and nothing on that one. Gets folded up like a lawn chair. All right, 3rd and 1. They got Cook back in the game here. Josh with a QB sneak, and he gets all the way in to the end zone. Buffalo on the board for the first time tonight. Let's go, baby. Woo! Go for 2. Yeah, Josh getting a little bit of help there by Gilliam. And the extra point is blocked. The extra point is blocked. Wow. And Badgley, man, unable to get anything. That was Jalen Carter, the big man over the middle. Wow. Everything has been difficult for the Bills tonight, man. Even kicking an extra point. Oof, that's rough. Rough. That deserves a stint on helmet shell for a football. Very true. Very true. All right, the ball is on timeout for right now because it's not bouncing. It's not bouncing our way. We got 5:11 left in the game. That drive probably took a little bit too much time for the Bills' liking. We would have liked to get the ball out basically to the Eagles with about 6:30, maybe 7 minutes. But I guess points are points right now. So, and it's going to be an okay return there by Shipley, getting it down near the 29. Yeah, dude. If the Buccaneers win next week, they will win the division with an 8-9 record. A losing record could get the Buccaneers into the playoffs, and not only that, they will host a playoff game. All right, 1st and 10. Hurts under center, toss to the left. Barkley with some room and gets dumped for a loss of about 3 there in the backfield. Matt Milano leading the way. Second and 13 coming up here. Hurts in the shotgun, running back to his right. Delayed handoff. Barkley brought down after a gain of about 2. All right, 3rd and 12 here. Hurts in the shotgun. 3 receivers on that left side there. Throws to the right, and it's going to be incomplete. Flag, no flag, no flag, no flag. 4th and 12, and the clock stops as well. 3:29 left in the game. Honestly, probably should have got a penalty there on Benford. Smith, I think, also mistimed the jump. I think if he would have jumped just a half second later, I think he would have been able to high point that ball. Man, nearly gets another punt blocked there. Great punt, though. And Shakir gets taken out by his own guy there inside the 15, it looks like. All right, man. Buffalo's going to have to travel a long, long way here. So, touchdown and an extra point ties this one up. All right, so we got 3:21 left in the game. Bills with all 3 of their timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. And Cook gets the handoff, bouncing around, making a couple guys miss, and we'll pick up 6 or 7 there. Second and 5 here. Josh. Under center. Single back in the backfield. Little play action. Looking. Running out of time. Throws it away. Incomplete. Third and 5 coming up. Yeah, dude, if I'm the Bills, regardless of what happens this season, I am either going to be retooling the offensive line, which you should do almost every year, to be honest with you. Can never have too many big guys. And on top of that, I am going to be drafting at least 2 or 3 receivers. Because Khalil Shakir should not be the only guy that is remotely competent at running routes here, man. Sorry. Third and 5. Quick throw. Gets it out to, I believe that is Cooks. Cooks. Nice little catch there by Brandon. Quick out route there on the left side. Picks up 7 and a first down. First and 10, and they try to set up a screen there with Johnson. There's a late flag thrown. I think this is going to be on Buffalo. No foul on the play. Incomplete pass. Okay. 2:26 left on the clock here. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's make this interesting at the end here. Second and 10. Josh in the shotgun, running back to his right. And trying to get it past the front 7 here. Does not get much. Maybe a yard on the play by Ty Johnson. Clock is going to continue to run, and it looks like they're going to let this one just run to the 2-minute warning. All right. So while they go to commercial break, I am going to preheat my oven because I am going to try to cook up a pizza here. So I can maybe eat that before the next game. So I'll be right back. Ooh. David, what kind of pizza? I got a supreme pizza, no olives. All right, we're back, baby. 2 minutes left in this game. Josh in the shotgun, 3rd and 9. Eagles showing a lot of pressure, man. There looks like they're trying to overload that right side. Sorry, the left side. Right side for the defense. Quick throw to the right, and that's going to be sorry, gets nothing on that one. Ty Johnson able to just barely get back to the line of scrimmage. All right, Buffalo is going to use a timeout here because they are likely going to be punting this one away. Because otherwise, it's a weird time to take a timeout. Okay, never mind. We're going for it. I would have kept that timeout in case you don't get the first down here on 4th and 10. Pressure, gets it out. End around, Ty Johnson running down the right sideline and goes out of bounds. I got to give it to him, man. That was a hell of a freaking play. Threw it short on a little bit of like a stick route there on the right side. And then what they were trying to execute, what the Jags were trying to execute on their first drive with Travis Etienne, the Bills execute it perfectly with Ty Johnson. 1st and 10. Ball at the 46 here. And the ball is batted at the line. Incomplete. 1:40 left on the clock. Second and 10. Josh alone in the shotgun. Got a little bit of time. Throws it deep down the field, and it's going to be caught. Wow, man. Brandin Cooks nearly caught that thing with his freaking helmet, man. That was borderline David Tyree. Pinned it to his face mask. Nice job. Handoff to Cook, the running back this time, and he is able to get half a yard just inside the 10. Ooh, just a nice deep post there by Cook. That was what they would get them basically down to the 10. Second and goal. Josh dropping back deep drop. Stepping up. He's going to get sacked. No, able to stay on his feet and get inside the freaking 5 down to the 3. How the heck did he get out of that? Absolutely ridiculous. Jalen Phillips nearly wrapped him up for a sack, nearly almost was able to bat the ball out of there. Could not get a hold of him. Breaks a tackle by Blankenship, and then finally gets brought down around the 3-yard line, man. Wow. By the way, Dave, olives on pizza is delicious. How dare you? It's not. It's not the taste. It's the consistency of it. It's the consistency. I can't do it. Can't do it. There's not many things that I don't like because of the consistency or even the look, but olives, I can't do it. Can't do it. If they do, they have to be diced up. Have to be diced up. 3rd and 6. Sorry, 3rd and goal. My goodness, at the 3. Ty Johnson picking up a blitzer, and it's gonna be touchdown Buffalo. Dawson Knox able just to get in to the end zone there, right at the goal line. I think they're going to definitely look at this. It was close. Come on, Buffalo. Go for the win. Go for the win. And I think his elbow might have been down before the ball crossed. $18 seconds left. Let me see here. Yep. Elbow is down, and he's literally a quarter of a yard short. So we got to readjust this bad boy. All right, so it looks like they're going to be so yeah, they're going to be short for sure. So 4th down, man. Seastrom! Holy cow, looks like I came back at the most exciting, important part of the game. Just saw that touchdown. Good morning, sir. But I think they're going to take that touchdown away because he is about half a yard to a quarter of a yard shy of the goal line, man. That elbow tapping down. So I actually did forget that the Bills actually used their second timeout. So they're going to take the 1 second runoff. And I don't know, man. I can tolerate pineapple on pizza, not for the olives. Just saying. I'm a pineapple man, so I know as soon as I say that, people are gonna be like, "Oh, your opinion does not matter on pizza," which to each their own. I'm a believer. You put on whatever toppings you want. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean I need to eat them. And I say that same way. All right. Yeah, but yeah, if I don't know, man. It's the texture of olives. I'm not a big fan of it. So like I said, if they dice them up, no problem. Same thing with mushrooms. Like I don't mind eating mushrooms. I like them on like eggs, but I need them diced up. Can't do it. Can't do it. And so it looks like the Bills, if they do score a touchdown, automatically they're going for 2. 8 seconds left. So probably we will know who wins here in the next like 60 seconds. All right, do you risk trying to do a QB sneak and run out of time? And Josh leaps into the end zone. It is a touchdown. 5 seconds left. There it is. There it is. And Josh and this team are going to go for 2. They're going for the win, man. Oh, boy. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? And the Bills actually used the timeout before that play. So, yep, there it is. Clearly crossing the plane. 5 freaking seconds left. Imagine, dude. Getting the extra point blocked on the previous touchdown forces you to go for 2 here. Or you could just you could have kicked the field goal to the extra point to win. Now you have to go for 2 for the win. And the Eagles are going to burn their second time out here, which will likely be their final. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Don't forget, guys, we will be doing one more game today. We will be doing Sunday night Chicago at San Francisco. That should have some decent ramifications around seeding. Yeah, if the Bears win, they have like a small outside chance of that at that number 1 seed. Actually, no, I forgot. Seattle won today, so actually may not be the case. But either way, 2 teams that could be a playoff preview. 2 teams that will be in the playoffs that have played really good football this year, despite some of the shortcomings or injuries that they have dealt with. All right, 3 receivers to the left. Josh under center. Play action. Blitz. Throws. No, he misses Shakir in the back of the end zone. Wide open, man. Josh rushing the throw. He had some time. He rushed the throw, man. Not enough air, man. Not enough air. Unfreaking believable. And the Eagles are going to escape with a win here. There's still 5 seconds left, but, I mean, man, that is rough, dog. All right, Buffalo going for the onside kick here. He was open just off on this. Yep. And the Eagles recover it. And 4 seconds left. Bills, no timeouts, 1 kneel down, and the Eagles are going to escape with a 13-12 victory over the Buffalo Bills, where the Eagles scored 0 points in the second half. All right. Seastrom, oh my goodness. David, poop. Can't believe it, man. Seastrom, I can't believe they went for it. I don't mind the decision. They had the momentum. I like it. But once again, man, the play was correct. You got the guy open. You had the time. Josh, all he needed to do was just throw a little extra air under it. Just give it a little bit of a loft. Allow your receiver to be able to get underneath it. And Josh, he just rushed it, man. He rushed the throw. You can tell, man, he was patting that ball like a little too quick. He was overthinking it, man. So that'll be the final score, man. Eagles escape with a win. They improve to 11-5, and the Bills, their chance at the number 1 seed has gone up in smoke. So, bye. All right, we'll adjust the records before we head out here. Buffalo 11-5, and the Eagles 11-5. So, holy cow, man! Absolutely wild one. The Bills made it interesting at the end. That's all we can ask for. Let us be entertained, and they entertained us, man. But just an off throw by Josh Allen was the difference between a loss and a win for the Buffalo Bills. Had a man open in the back of the end zone, couldn't get it to him. Hot dang. But whew. David, the Falcons have a chance to end with a better record than the Chiefs this season. They play on Monday night, man, and we'll see what they can do against what is it, the Rams, I think, right? We'll see what they can do. But yeah, dude. All right, I gotta get a game. I gotta get this game ready to go for the next one, and I'm gonna try to see if I can eat this pizza in time. But I will see you guys in a little bit. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to Seastrom. Shout out to David. You've been here the entire time, man. I appreciate you. Shout out to Dahlia as well. And we're going to keep it going, man. Buffalo could not get the win, but it was a heck of a game there at the end. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Thank you.